What if I told you I've known for months now that I'd start my vows to you with a Mario Kart story? One night, you and I were duking it out on the velvet blue couch in DC. The game was set to max speed, 200cc difficulty, and it was a tight battle. We kept shouldering past each other in the post-race rankings. We were lobbing shells and smack-talking CPUs. And then came the surprise conclusion of our fourth hard-fought race when 2 golden ones flashed on the screen.
Will you listen to London calling? Go Jimmy Day.
As it turns out, when you unexpectedly tie the human you love for first place on the hardest setting of Mario Kart, the joy is absolutely explosive. I'm pretty sure you were even more excited for me to win than yourself, and I was equally stoked for you. Us both coming in first place is the perfect symbol for our relationship.
I don't remember my first conversation with you, but I do remember thinking, in the months before our friendship turned into something more, that you were either fake nice or you were the kindest person I had ever met. But I soon realized, as does everyone who spends enough time with you, that you don't have an insincere bone in your body.
Dan and Caroline both have a special gift with words, both of them. They have a great grasp of the English language. I do not like playing Scrabble with them.
Even as the older sibling, I look up to her in a lot of ways, but what I'm most proud of is the caliber of person she's become.
I think of her as someone who's kind, energetic, optimistic, and of course very, very inquisitive.
I've never met someone so beautiful in every way, and you let that beauty touch everyone around you, including the people in this room. So.
It's the intentional acts of love that Caroline is so good at, and I think everybody in this room has experienced that.
There's truly no one that I could have asked for that would be better to grow up with and walk beside me all these years.
Wow. Beautiful.
And then enter Dan.
Dan is a very wholesome and endearing guy. I was gonna make sure that I was friends with Dan.
We have our siblings for so much longer, and they get to see us through every season of life. And how lucky am I to get to do every season of life with Dan. He is just truly, truly the best brother that I could ask for.
I was there when the two of them first met. It was a random Monday pitch meeting. Again, like I said, like I'm taking credit for us all being here today, right? Like I brought them together.
These are like all of our tickets through the years. It's all in here. And we can continue to add more.
I'm not sure when they realized they were meant to be a couple, but as his father, I'm so glad they realized that they were meant to be together. To a long and happy marriage.
I toast to our girl and Dan's soon-to-be wife, Caroline.
Dan and Caroline have recognized that love is not something to keep safe and static and unchanging. There is risk involved, loving a heart to be broken, but it's worth the risk to take it.
You swept me away on a whirlwind romance that hasn't slowed down for the past 6+ years. There have been so many firsts with you, and I know many more are in our future as we continue to build this life together. I'm so excited to do this with you, because you make me better.
I like the Caroline I am now more than ever because you encouraged me to be a better version of myself.
You make me a more adventurous, compassionate, and thoughtful person. The world can be a terrifying place, but having you at my side reassures me we can handle this together.
And therefore, it is my great pleasure and privilege to proclaim that they are now married. And as a symbolic gesture of your past, present, and future love, you may now share a kiss.
He's a loyal friend, and he couldn't love my sister more.
And you guys are such a wonderful example of commitment and dedication to each other.
And we will always be here to support you in all your moments, big and small.
For the first time as husband and wife, Dan and Caroline.
About Caroline and Dan. To Caroline and Dan, may your future be bright, with health and happiness all your days and all nights. Get a cute little house, but make it a mission to fill that fine house with lots of grandchildren. To Caroline and Dan.
Last weekend, after spending hours on wedding prep, I challenged you to a Mario Kart match, naturally, and to my utter delight, we tied for first again. This happening a second time mere days before our wedding felt like a good omen and reinforcement of my earlier observation. So long as we stay together, we'll stay winning.
To all of you all.
To everyone here, we love you. Cheers.
Love you.
And we're married, I guess.
Love is visible. It paints the air in between two people. And I think that that really describes what we all see between you two.
So here's to many more Nintendo matches and to teaching our future kids how to drift in Mario Kart. I could sit on our wobbly blue couch with you for the rest of my life and be content.
I don't know what's coming next, but I know you'll be there to share the experience, and that's good enough for me.